This video is in reference to machining the profile on your picture frame from your dressed timber. So that's what I'm talking about. We're going to plane this timber so that it gets a beveled edge. The two pieces of timber that we've got cut to 750 are what we're going to run through this jig. Now, when this jig is in place, it needs to be set, the thickness at table height needs to be set at 42 mil for our first run. Alright, then we're going to make subsequent runs, and we're going to raise the bed, so take more of a cut off in about 1 to 1.5 millimeter increments. Alright, so it's going to be a process where we run both pieces through at a setting, change the setting, then run both pieces through at another setting, over and over until we get down to a depth of 37 millimeters and no lower on this cutter, otherwise it will ruin the shape of our profile. As per our tool induction that we went through with the thickness planer, alright, the deal with it is there's an in-feed roller at the start here that's going to grab the piece of timber as we feed it in, and it's going to feed it past the cutting head, which is here. That cutting head, remember, is spinning in a direction which wants to throw the timber back towards us. Okay, and then after it, it has an outfeed roller. In front of the infeed roller, there are some little anti-kickback keys in there, so we don't have to worry about this material shooting back at us. But it's a good idea not to stand right behind the piece of timber that we're feeding in. Before I start up the machine, I want to make sure that I've got no loose clothing on. Right? No one else is in the immediate area. I'm the operator, I'm in control. I want to make sure that I've got eye protection, and if I was wearing a tie, all right, I might want to take that off at this point, or at least tuck it in. Long hair, back with a hairnet. Before we turn it on, we want to make sure we were familiar with how to turn this thing off if we get into trouble. Down below at my feet here is a big mushroom switch, which I can kill the machine by simply pressing on that one. And I also have my cut-off switch right in front of me here, which I can tap if I was to get myself into strife. The other thing that I want to mention is on the outfeed table, I've got a roller back on this outfeed table here, and I definitely don't want to get my fingers caught in there when my timber is coming out, so be wary of that. Here we go. When I turn this on and feed this in, what I want to do is I want to sit this on an angle, alright, so my edge is down here against this little fence, and it is sticking up in the air by this little bit of material that I've screwed to the jig. Run both of my pieces through, and as you saw, as I took them out at the end, I didn't twirl them around or go stick them on another bench. I stuck them back on top of here exactly the way I fed them in. Now I'm ready to readjust about another 1.5 mil, and I'm going to go again. notice at this stage it's very rough where I'm supposedly planing it off, and that is an indication of the infeed roller, which grabs the timber and feeds it in. That'll disappear as our cut gets deeper. Third cut, adjust the height. So I'll adjust it about 1.5 millimeters. There we go. You'll notice now that those marks from the infeed roller have disappeared as my depth of cut has got deeper. Now I'm going to adjust for my last cut, so I'm going to set the planer at 37 millimeters. Now my profile is complete.